What's good, guys? Your boy, Mr. Old School Rider, on the Mr. Old School Rider podcast. I have a very special guest. This brother right here, he cutting up on the internet right now. Very controversial, but also he doing the right thing, of course. I hate to see people getting bullied and stuff like that. So we're gonna talk about it today. What's going on? What's going on, Azario?
What's going on? I'm good. Thank you for having me on your show today.
Tell us about yourself real quick, Azario.
Well, I was born and raised in Florida, Orlando. I went to college in Tampa, and then I moved to Atlanta in 2009, and I've been in Atlanta ever since. I've been a real estate agent for about 10 years, coming in August. I have a health and wellness brand, and I guess the reason I'm here is because I was living my life as a trans woman for 16 years, and last year, November, I decided to start making the change, and then I made a post, and it went viral the next morning on TikTok. So here we are.
Oh yeah, I mean you've been burning up the internet here recently, but I know sometimes what you're trying to do is basically like controversial.
Yeah.
I know some people will probably be with you when you like doing what you was doing back then.
Yeah.
But when you're trying to transition back, it's a big old backlash right now.
Oh yeah. People
You getting
definitely
all the
switch
smoke
sides.
right now.
Yeah. I think I was prepared for it though. I think that anytime you're doing something, it's a major change. I feel like if a multitude of people don't come up against you, then you're not doing something right. I think there's a saying says, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. You know, carry that over to my journey. If I wasn't doing this, if they weren't coming up against me, I wouldn't be doing something right. There's a lot of people who have reached out to me and have said they want to do the same thing. There's also a lot of people, mostly trans men, who went back to living as women, who said they did the same thing, but they did it silently because they just couldn't handle it. You know, thankfully for me, I don't really say it's the right way. I'm so close to my family, I don't mind losing friends. You know, me and my blood is like thick. So I've been blessed in that region to where like the connections and the friendships and the situationships, I really didn't feel it like that. So I just ignore it.
That's cool. That's what's up right there. So you've been here since 2009, right, in Atlanta?
Right.
So was you like this in Tampa? Or did this like happen in Atlanta when you transitioned over?
I transitioned. So 2008 is when 2008 is when I kind of like started taking the hormones and all that good stuff, and then I got like 6 months later. As soon as I transitioned, 6 months later, I got my first set of breast implants, and then I came to Atlanta MLK weekend, and Atlanta, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. So I just kind of decided to stay. I was 20 years old. So, to a 20-year-old from Florida, that was like, fresh trans woman. You get a lot of attention here. Because Atlanta is the mecca of LGBTQ plus. There's a lot of guys here who are very comfortable with their trans attraction and will fight to the end if somebody says something crazy to them. And, that's not how it is in Florida. In Florida, it's kind of like on the hush-hush, don't tell nobody. And so I think that was one of the main attractions that attracted me to Atlanta, was how free a lot of the men here are, that date openly. And honestly, at the time of a 20-year-old, that was the mindset I had.
That's cool. So I know you was 20 years old. What kind of made you kind of transition to, what made you kind of do that?
To be honest, hindsight is 2020. Now that I'm older, and I understand a lot about mental health, childhood trauma, and all that, I would say, because I was such a broken child at the time when I was 20 years old from my childhood trauma, I think I was very easily influenced. I was easily excited. I was easily influenced, easily excited, looking for love in all the wrong places. And there was just this energy that trans women had. Like, it was a powerful energy. And, as a broken child, I had never felt power like that before. And so just hanging around a lot of them, and wondering if the grass would be green on the other side, thoughts become things. You think about something long enough, and then one night you put on a wig and some girl clothes, and then you get a little bit of attention, and next thing you know, your fantasy just starts to spiral. So I would say it started as a fantasy. If I'm honest, it started as a mental fantasy, and then you start dabbling in your fantasy, and your fantasy can become your reality overnight, And at the time, I was very resentful against my parents, so thinking about what they would think was the last thing on my mind. I was just like, there was trans women telling me, hey, they either gonna like it, they either gonna accept it or they not. Either way, you know what I'm saying, you have a LGBTQ family now. So just all of those things. And then like I said, looking for love in all the wrong places, the attention they got from men, the excitement, the shows, just that life, you know. I really, really fantasize about that life from watching others, and played in it for a little bit and then just went full throttle.
So you pretty much got knee deep into the game then, right?
Yeah, I did, because I was like, if I'm going to do it, because I was on the fence a lot, but I said, if I'm going to do it, we have to, like, you know, go full throttle. We have to get the hormones and surgeries back to back to back. I wanted to, what somebody calls, force myself into it. That way there was no backing out. Because I know people that would say they're going to transition, but they would have no surgery. So it's easy just to go back and put on boy clothes and, you know, hey, I'm done with that. You know, so I was like, oh, if we're going to do this, let's do this quick. That's why I went and got implants like 6 months into my transition.
Ooh, wait, that's a lot of pain. It sounds like it too.
It wasn't for me. I heal well from surgeries because I take good care of myself. So me and science get along pretty well. So
you and science get along pretty well?
Yeah, I don't have issues with surgeries. Like,
that's
never.
Cool. So, for what I understand, since you are transforming back to a man or whatnot,
right,
you pretty much gonna get those taken away eventually, then, right?
Yeah, definitely. That's why I have to go fund me up and yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, reconstructive surgery is much more expensive and intensive than cosmetic surgery. It's a longer process because they have to go in and, you know, I've had implants for 15 years. I have to go in and make sure they cut the skin meticulously, change the nipples. All that good stuff. But like I said, I heal well from surgery, so I'm not really, I'm not really worried about that. I'm just waiting on the money.
Oh, you know, the money is already there. It's gonna be there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So what type of backlash are you kind of getting right now from the community that you were in? I be seeing them comments. They atrocious.
Yeah. They but I laugh at them. One thing about me is that I get used to people being themselves. You know, I get used, like, you know, unfortunately in the black community, I get used to us tearing each other down. So that's why I limit my, you know, and in the LGBTQ plus community, I'm used to them. If things aren't going the way they think they should go, if you don't agree with the masses, and this could be anything from Beyonce to fashion, you know, a lot of them are just so broken that anybody going against them feels like rejection. So, you know, I know there's a lot of brokenness in the community. So when people respond from a broken place, you kind of expect ignorant comments and not understanding. I think also they're mad because I didn't tell nobody about this. You know, I just did a show like 7-8 months ago. Somebody had begged me to do a show. So I just, you know, was with the girl clothes and
you did a drag show basically?
Yeah, like 8 months ago somebody had asked me to. They was begging me to, and I was like, I could use the extra money. I know I would make a lot. So I was like, I'll let this be my last one in my head. And so I kind of kept this under wraps. I didn't tell anybody. So I think that's one thing, people feel entitled to activities of your life story, which is crazy. Yeah, also they hate that I put God in. They feel like when I say it, because the devil tricked me, they feel like,
oh yeah,
they feel like I demonized an entire community. They feel like I demonize all of them. Well, first of all, this is my personal journey, and what I meant by that, the devil tricked you, is when you are not in alignment with God and His will for your life. You know, there's cracks in your daily activity. You know, and anytime you have an idle mind, I think that's when the devil comes in, and, you know, he can detour you on the wrong path. When I say the devil tricked me, I mean, like, my path of going trans took me off of God's path for my life. But the devil could trick you into being a drug dealer, a stripper, prostitute. Like, the devil can take you on a path. The devil can guide you on a path that you're not supposed to be on if you are not spiritually aligned. Because, you know, an idle mind and idle time is where the devil shows up. It just truly is.
It's facts. Wow. Okay.
So I think that's why they're also mad, because they're saying, because I said the devil tricked me. Like, people take personal stories these days, and because women do it all the time on these podcasts, they take personal stories and they're triggered by that personal story, and then now they feel like you personally called out their name and attacked them. And so that's just how they feel. And I mean, it's all good. I was prepared to lose a lot of people on this journey, so God bless them.
Yeah, what I also noticed in your comment section on all your social medias, it's the women that's very pissed off about it.
The who?
The women that's pissed off about you switching back over.
It's mostly the trans women. It's not really a lot of biological women from what the most support is black women, to be honest. for me, it's been a lot of trans women. It hasn't been like a lot of biological women.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know don't know the categories or whatnot. I have to
It's a lot,
kind of
right?
say it like that, you know.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, a lot of the trans women are upset, but I mean, they feel triggered. They feel triggered by my thing, and then also because somebody sent me some people be trying to send me comments, but I be ignoring a lot of them. Also, when the different blogs and people be posting them, also a lot of them. Well, first of all, I think they feel triggered. Secondly, they feel like people hate like when one of their better representatives leave. It's kind of like the mafia, because I'm black, I'm trans. When I was taking the hormones, I looked at very feminine, passable. I'm a real estate agent. I have a close relationship with my family, and a lot of them over the years will reach out to me and tell me, I wish I had that. My mom don't respect me. My mom don't love me. Your mom's relationship is great. I wish I could get out of this sex work industry and become a real estate agent or do something. And so it's like, I think I was living the life that a lot of them dreamed of. And then it's like, they looking at like, here you are, you living the dream, and you about to just crumble it all up and just throw it away. So a lot of people are just angered at my personal journey. I think that was the most eye opener. Like, dang, because I be in my own little world. Like, what I'm saying? What they say, what you eat don't make me. What I'm saying? So that's how I operate in life. So what you doing, it ain't got nothing to do with me. If you go out there and you shoot up the plaza, that's you. You represent you. You don't represent all black men. They acting like my decision represents all trans people, and they're like, we already a marginalized community. People already think we crazy, and you just pushing the narrative. And I'm like, it's crazy to feel entitled to somebody's personal journey. This is a personal journey, got nothing to do with you. I have not demonized all trans people. I don't hate trans people. Like, I still plan on being friends with the few that did keep their sense and did switch sides. But yeah, I mean, hate come along with the journey, but it's just noise. It's just internet noise. Anybody can sit behind a phone and be a gangster. Man. Say it to my face is my motto.
Yeah, come to me. You're right about that. Wow. Okay. Yeah, what I also noticed, even though you transition back to a guy, you also are big on skincare and beauty, basically, then, right?
Yeah, I am. That's not gonna leave me. I started becoming, I think, a skincare junkie low-key when I was 16. We were going through puberty and everybody was having these crazy breakouts. And at the time, not to incriminate myself, I used to go to Walgreens and steal different products.
I be like that.
I would steal some Clearasil. I would steal some oil of Olay. I would steal some Noxzema. I was trying all this stuff because I was just like, I can't. I think I've always been image conscious, like, since a child. So when all of the boys and girls started going through their puberty stages, they started breaking out. I was like, oh, that can't be me. And I think I got like 2 months. I was like, oh, here go my stage. And I went and stole them products and started trying stuff out. And then I just been a skincare junkie ever since I was 16. And people have always asked me, what my skincare routine was. So during the pandemic, I just started a family business for us because a lot of stuff I use is organic, and I would take it and mix it and make my own little concoctions. I always thought some skincare product was missing something. And so, I'm definitely big on skincare. It's your largest organ. It's your first business card, and so that's definitely huge to me.
I guess they call it the face card, right?
Yeah, it's your face card. Yeah.
So, do you have some of your products for sale right now? Or you guys working back at it?
I do. Yeah. They can go to beautymossatl.com. Because we put a lot of CMOS in our products, and the business started in ATL, so they can go to beautymossatl.com. And I promise, after 1 week, they'll see a whole different glow up.
Oh, man. So what else you have on the products that you have?
So we have our most popular product is this face foam wash. We have a serum. We have a moisturizer, which is like a CMOS and algae-based repair cream. Helps with aging, helps with hyperpigmentation, acne, like everything. Like everything we use is like a multitasking product. So it will work for me, you, him. It'll work for everybody. So we just the all organic CMOS based skincare line, and we produce results in a week.
Dang, well, that's a commercial right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a clip there. Okay. That's what's up right there. So what can we find some of your social media? What can we find you at?
You can find me on Big Zario. That's BIGZARIOOO on all platforms. That's TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram right now.
Okay. So are you working on a book right now about your story, or maybe like a documentary or anything like that?
Well, I said I was going to start working on something digital though, like maybe like an ebook or maybe like a course on trust and faith, because I'm being tested every day. So as I'm journaling everything, and people have been asking me that too, I think I could take a lot of my experience and my knowledge, especially from living different facets of life, and put that in a course or an ebook, especially for our young people, because I wouldn't want somebody. People are going to transition every day. That's just a part of life. Representation of different people does matter, but I know a lot of people have and will transition for the wrong reasons. And so if I can help somebody save, some time, energy, and a lot of money, a lot of money.
Yeah, people been hollering numbers for like surgery. I'm like, dang, is that much?
And it's even more for a trans person, a trans woman or a trans man, because you are changing things that are natural, and you're going to another side. So, yeah.
So I guess you basically just had like breast surgery, and that's pretty much it, right? Back then.
No, I had breasts. I've had 3 breast implant jobs.
Damn.
I had a nose job. I've had my Adam's apple shaved.
You sure do. Okay.
Yeah, I had my Adam's apple shaved.
Okay,
You barely
that
see
is
it
real.
now.
Okay.
Yeah, I've
All
had
right.
2 noses, Adam's apple shaved, a hairline reduction with the brow lift,
The hell?
and I've had probably 4,000 cc's of silicone injected over the years. So
Damn.
I've had some procedures. I've had some stuff done. Yeah.
Hey, you was living, you was doing your thing back then,
Yeah. I mean, I was committed to that.
What the heck all this money come from? Golly.
I mean, at the time, different hustles. This is over a 16-year period, so it's
That stuff was expensive back then too.
yeah. But a lot of it real estate, because I've been a real estate agent for the last 10 years.
That's right.
So a lot of it came from real estate and saving, and at the time, yeah.
So what's going to cost to kind of get you back to where you need to be? What did they tell you?
So for the bottom half, it's about it's like, that's the most expensive. It's like $14,000, because they have to go in and meticulously remove the silicone. They have to
From the backside?
Yeah, from
Okay.
the butt and the hips. They have to remove all of that, and then they have to lipo the rest of the fat. And then because after they take all that out, it's going to be so flabby, they got to take the skin and reconstruct that. So about 4 procedures just for the lower half, about $14,000. And then for the breast implants, they have to remove the implants, cut the skin, redo the nipple, all of that. And then that is about 9. So about 25, and then the travel probably be about 3,000 or 4,000. So trying to raise about $30,000, for help.
All right, guys, do the best, y'all. Hey, it's for a good cause, guys. Just help them out.
Yeah.
You got it. Wow. Okay. Got a few other questions before we go. Of course.
Okay.
I know you saying you're gonna stay like in the health and beauty side of it.
Right.
You don't think that's gonna maybe kind of trigger you to go back, or you good with that right now?
No, because I was doing it as a man before. I was always on top of my skincare game. It's just skincare. Skincare is important for men and women.
That's facts.
I could see if I had a makeup line, then that might be, but even then I would have just got female models. Like now, I was the face of my brand. Now I'll probably get other people to be the face of the brand. But I know a lot of men, straight men, married with kids, that run health and beauty brands. Like I forget their names, but the Rodriguezes that own Miel Organics that Johnson & Johnson just bought. You know what I'm saying? That was him and her together. You know what I'm saying?
They got paid.
You know what I'm saying? That's a beauty brand, but there's a man behind it. So I think once the change happens up here, I think you can do anything. The change is up here already.
So skincare is for everybody.
Skincare is for everybody.
I mean, I like taking care of my skin as well myself. I know back in the day myself, when I was in my teens, I used to have like bad spots.
Yeah.
I got a couple of them still, but it's not many bumps.
Right.
Like what it used to be. It was because of my diet. And also, I was a 6-pack of soda drinker since like 9 years old until like, I gave it up during the pandemic, basically.
Oh, yeah, that's horrible for skin.
Yeah, I gave up soda and gambling on the same day.
Oh, wow, okay. And you haven't
at the casino.
Yet. Oh, that's good.
I wasn't no bad gambler. I just get on the crap table and hit it every now and then.
Right.
I think I went to Streetport. It was like a soft opening. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you know what? I'm over here anyway. Let me go ahead if I can get like 500 or 600. Back then, I guess when they did a soft opening, the crap table was normally like $5 a roll or whatever. It was like 15 and 20 and up.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, ooh, that's kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
I normally play like $40, $45 to play with. If I lose that, I'm good. I'm like, you know what? Man, I blew by that $45 real fast. I ended up losing like down to $300.
Oh, wow.
Like in 15 minutes, I'm like, you know what? This is it.
That's a lot. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not hurting or anything like that, but I was in shock.
Yeah, I would be too.
I'm like, you know what? I'm done with soda and, gambling on the same day.
Right, two bad habits. That's what's up.
I just got to get out that sweet tea. That's all I need to do, but that sugar got me right now.
Yeah, I'm a sugar fiend too. I'm definitely a sugar fiend, sweet tooth fanatic.
So what can you say for the young folks out there that want to not do this, or if they trying to get into it, what would you tell them?
Like I said, I think a lot of, there are going to be more people that transition. For me, it was seeing people in person at the time, going out with people in person. Now, the youth has so much influence from social media, and I know they look at the big names like T.S. Madison, who I love, good spirit. She hasn't been one of the people that attacked. But, I mean, I can't talk people out. I can't tell people not to do it just because it wasn't right for me, and God has called me back to being a man. I just say make sure you do it for the right reasons. Don't do it for love or attention or men, or if you're a trans man, going to be a trans man, women. Make sure you're healed. You make sure you're making the right decision. I think as I talk to some people, because some people, they do have the right mindset. Some people, they say, I just know I want to be a girl since I was little. I never had an issue with identity,
Oh, so this goes all the way back then. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people that are most people that are transgender, they have wanted to be a different, like they never loved who they were as their original gender, and I never had that issue, so unpacking layers like that is what made me know I made the wrong decision, and I wasn't going to be a good representative for the community. I think do it with your parents. Make sure you're doing it for the right reasons and try to do it the right way. I used to buy street hormones when I first started for years.
Oh, damn.
Try to do it with the doctor. Because I made it out safely. I was buying the real stuff. But these days, everything is dangerous. You just never know, what's in.
Fentanyl and everything.
Yeah, so you just never know. We was buying, hormones from a Mexico plug, and they were good, thank God. I'm still here. But if you're going to do it, just do it the right way. If you have a relationship with God, make sure you stay close to God and make sure you know what you're doing.
Yeah, stay prayed up,
Yeah, definitely. Definitely stay prayed up no matter what.
So you got anything else to say before we ride on out? Your final thoughts?
No, I guess just thank you for having me, and hopefully this has helped somebody. And follow me on all socials.
Yeah, it's basically one of those conversations that I had to bring onto the platform. I wasn't going to be doing no roasting or anything like that. That's not how I get down.
Right.
If I'm going to roast you, I'm going to roast you in your face.
Right.
I ain't going to do it on the internet like that, but hey.
Right.
But other than that, this is Mr. Old School Rider on the Mr. Old School Rider podcast. I have my guest,
Azario.
Coming back to be a man, of course, goodness of God and everything else. We live from Atlanta. You guys, you'll see this here pretty soon.